evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of heavyweight action. This should be a really good matchup here tonight. All that energy that we saw, it almost boiled over at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring. Hurricane's making his way to the ring with such confidence. That is the look of a fighter who knows exactly what tonight's outcome will be. The Brown Bombers ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face.
All right, gentlemen, protect yourselves at all times. Let's touch them up.
Well, they're scheduled to go to full 12 here tonight. Round one now underway. Solid left hand to the head. Able to dismiss that body shot. If the shorter guy can get to the inside against the taller fighter, how can he do damage on the inside? What should we look for from him?
Well, you remember when you were a kid, you walked downtown in Manhattan, you looked up at the Empire State Building, all those great tall buildings. Well, it's the same thing. You suddenly get inside, you look up, and wow, there's a tall building. Start breaking some windows.
Able to cover up that gut. The Brown Bombers done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand.
Keep your head moving.
Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. The Brown Bombers on the bad end of a flush, solid hook. Now he ties up there. Halfway through round number one. He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty.
There you go.
Hurricanes feeling the impact of that powerful hook. We've sat through thousands and thousands of fights together ringside, and sometimes you can tell just from the start, like a fight like this, of what you're going to see down the road.
And what you're not going to see. You're not going to see a lot of guys running. You're not going to see a lot of defense. You're going to see two guys coming and letting it all lay out.
Able to get away from that headshot with the block. Effective work with that flush overhand right. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor. Well-targeted left hand by Hurricane. The Brown Bombers showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Final 10 seconds. He's committing to the work downstairs. He puts forth a right hand. And that's the end of round one. The Brown Bombers' commitment to the cause of being the aggressor really had him in front in that last round. Look at his opponent.
Listen, he's going to come forward this round, all right? Keep that jab moving. Keep him away from you, all right?
Hey, don't waste energy. But I want you to keep those hands moving. Much better, much better. That was good.
Well, he got caught by a lucky punch in that last round. It did do some damage, but now you can tell he's right back where he wants to be, fresh and ready as we start this round.
I don't take lightly when a guy gets stopped, but you know what? I think he was more embarrassed than he was hurt.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Parries that punch away. See him holding on. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Hurricane's blocking ability is doing well for him there. The Brown Bombers nailed by a huge hook. Back to basics here, as you can see the jab becoming a key instrument for him.
Boxing 101. You have an opponent walking in. You want to stay on the outside? Use that jab.
Tanking away a body shot with the right hand. Protecting his head well with his guard. The Brown Bombers' right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Right to the belt line. And just grabbing onto his opponent. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder. And he's going to have to be more physical because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball or, you know, he can be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lackings of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
10 clicks of the talk. Here's a moment here as you see the step-back counter-punch where you realize this is the sweet science, not just some raw savagery swinging out there.
Look at the little subtleties here, Joe. What he does is he forces them into a position to stop the punch. And then when he stops, steps back, makes a miss, and comes right back.
You got to land a big punch now. No doubt about it. You are losing this fight. You need to throw and land a big shot. Look at me. Knock this motherfucker out.
You don't
All right.
need that. I'm gonna throw that away.
And round number 3 is underway. Gets rid of that effort. It's much too early for him to be hearing this kind of analysis, but it's true. Hurricane's punches right now are slowing down. He's tired.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he's mentally tired, he's discouraged, or physically he didn't put the work in.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. The Brown Bombers' right hand scores well that time.
Focus.
Good job staying away from the danger there. Hurricanes almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Showing you some defense there with the block. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark.
Unload! Unload! More punches!
And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Targeting that overhand left. The Brown Bombers well off the mark that time. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. The Brown Bombers' right hand scores well. Able to get rid of that one. Hurricanes punch didn't come. Right hand crashes home. He never saw it coming. He should tie up. Good block there by Hurricane. Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
In and out. All right, deep breath now. Deep breath. Relax. Relax. Are you all right?
Okay, listen. Body and head. Body and head. Double up on your punches. Double up your body punches, then head. Nice. And relaxed. You're in control, all right?
Well, it's early on, but already a commanding lead. Banking rounds away on Teddy's scorecard, up 3 rounds to zip. The Brown Bombers keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Now there's the jab. How about that left hand? Brown Bombers getting back to basics. A good solid jab. A well-placed left hand up top. A little head hunting with the right.
Keep working the body.
The Brown Bombers really in position to control things in this fight if he can do what he did just there, and that's land a good solid jab. Hurricane's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. Hurricane's showing us that his legs may not be completely underneath him the way he wants them to be after being stunned earlier. He's really hanging on in there. He's tying up a lot.
Yeah, but he's being allowed to. I have to say that right now as a trainer, that he's allowed to do that. His opponent should not cooperate with him. He should take a little step back and make sure he takes advantage. Don't let him tie up.
Uppercut! Uppercut! Punch! Punch!
seconds to go in the fourth.
Watch the hook.
The Brown Bomber's ability to get to his man paid off well there. He damaged him in that round.
Understand me? Let's see some defense and more punches. I need you to box him. Wait for him to boom.
He's hooking to the body. Where's your hook at? Come on now. You're stronger than him. You need the hook to the body. Here you go. Take some of his speed away. Let's go. One more shots to the body.
Round number 5 has arrived. Flush right hand to the head.
Good job, buddy.
Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
And he ties up on the inside.
Pace yourself. Keep doing what you're doing. Focus.
He missed by a mile. That wasn't even close by Hurricane. Halfway into round number 5 here.
More punches. Work the body, kid. Body shots.
The Brown Bombers having a masterful round defensively. I love what we're seeing from the footwork with him. Very good movement, sound defensively. Is there anything he should be considering adding to that arsenal, though, right now?
Well, he's got to find spots for offense. You know, he's making his opponent miss. He's getting him off balance. He's frustrating him a little bit. You know, pop at the right time. You know, let it fly a little bit in the right spots. You keep your guy off balance. When you got him off balance, you make him miss, make him pay.
Couldn't hit the elusive target with that straight right.
You got this. You got this.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. We come to the end of this round, and for this fighter, I think that's a good thing because I was looking at him there, Teddy, and it looked like he was breathing in and out of his mouth for most of that round.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign. That means that the gas tank is a little low. He's low on petrol.
Don't let him breathe. He's hurt. Get him in this round. Listen, okay, look. I need you to go complete explanation.
You don't need that. I'm going to throw that away.
Back to action here at the start of this round. That last round was very interesting because it was the kind of round that can turn a fight in a completely new direction. He did well.
Yeah, you know, the old-time saying was bad start, good finish. Well, that's what he's hoping for, good finish.
Hurricane's work rate is very high. I looked at the punch stats, and you can see that he's a busy guy. I don't think he's an effective guy, though. A lot of these aren't landing.
Well, you have a reason to think that, Joe. Guess what? I agree. They're not landing.
Didn't get it done going to the body there.
Uppercut!
Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it.
Punch! Punch! Move!
Straight up! Stop!
Keep moving! Keep moving!
Slower! Go quicker! Stop!
Halfway through round 6.
Relax! Relax!
Body shot! Body shot!
Good block. The Brown Bomber's doing something that not everybody appreciates, but he is making his defense a major factor in this fight.
Yeah, well, a lot of times people, they only get it done on one end. What I mean about that is, offensively, they use their jab, they use aggression to set up the offense, but he uses defense to set up the offense. He has a double-edged sword.
Not able to land the headshot.
Let it go!
Working our way towards the bell. Last 10 seconds of the 6th.
Keep working the body.
That round comes to an end. A round that I do believe he won. He fought much better there compared to what we saw out of him earlier.
Yeah, don't show me how somebody behaves when they're winning. Really. I want to see how someone behaves when they're losing. He's behaving the right way. He's getting himself back into this thing.
You're letting this guy get away. Come on. This is it. You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around. You gotta go.
Here we go. Action to start the 7th round. The Brown Bomber's got to be thrilled with what he was able to accomplish in the first half of this fight. And as we start this round, clearly he wants to keep things in the same order.
Well, part of the testing of anybody being successful in anything, in boxing or anything, is how do you handle prosperity? We're going to find that out right now. I know that sounds like a good problem to have, but does he get carried away with himself? Does he get a little cocky? We're going to see.
Blocks a shot and pulls the trigger. Hurricane stunned and staggered.
Wake up!
Big shot there. A sharp knifing punch. That back power hand just scored the knockdown. But he's going to continue on, beating the count. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Returned fire right there, and it worked after being... Oh, that's gotta hurt. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff. He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
4, 5.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
Unload! Unload! More punches!
The Brown Bombers just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. I like this kind of defense, Teddy. I like this kind of guy that just says, go ahead, think you can try to hit me up top. You can't. Great movement.
Very good movement, very good vision. He sees everything. To do this, you have to be very calm. He's very calm. He's very in control.
Hurricane's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch.
Keep working the body.
Unable to score with the hook. 10 seconds to go in the 7th. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by the Brown Bomber. And that does it for this round.
You gotta move out there. All right, move, move, move. Got any more of these? Okay, keep moving. Breathe now. Breathe. You good? You can recoup from that.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes. I want to see that counter hook. Make it.
The Brown Bombers' strategy is being put forth in a good way here. As we start round number 8, he's ahead on your scorecard, Teddy, by just a bit. Now, if he's to continue on and win this fight, what does he have to do?
Well, he can't fall into the trap, Joe, of being satisfied with what he's done. He has to keep moving forward, keep plowing that field.
Teddy, what's the one thing that shows you a fighter like this is recovered? That a guy who was just knocked down in the last round now comes out for the next round and is fine.
Well, the first thing I look at is because he...
Wow, what a turnaround. And banging away he goes. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
One, two, three, four, five.
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
Joe, one of the ways he survives is if he's been taught. Have good habits, have good fundamentals been put there. You're going to find out right now he needs them right now.
You got this one.
He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed.
Uppercut.
The Brown Bombers' movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. And he engages in the clinch. Blocks the headshot.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Back to the body.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Able to show you his blocking ability. What a damaging blow. Nice hook upstairs. Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. So he scores a knockdown in the last round. Now he gets to settle down and gather himself a bit. Do you go after it? Do you get super aggressive here, having had your man hurt? Or do you still have to employ a certain amount of caution?
It's kind of like being at the carnival. You know, you just hit the bullseye and you got that big stuffed animal you can give to your wife or your girlfriend. But now he doesn't want you to go away with that.
Oh, no.
No. He tells you, wait a minute, try again. You could trade that in for something even bigger. But you might lose the one you have already. That's the question.
All night long. This is your fight. You're in control. No effort, okay? This is your fight.
He has a new round in front of him, but I don't know that there's any new hope. He's been down numerous times tonight, including that last round.
You never know what a person's capable of when they're pushed to the brink. But this would be very unlikely. It would be spectacular.
Nice block by Hurricane. The Brown Bombers got a way of just getting away from that punch. Well-placed shot. Came after a nice defensive move there. Good block.
Left and right, left and right, left and right.
Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Nice work, the left hand to the head. The Brown Bombers' punch is far off the target.
Yeah!
Halfway through the 9th round. Nice block by Hurricane.
Beat him to the punch!
Focus, relax.
Very nice defensive guard there. Hurricane's able to avoid that punch. Gets rid of that body shot. The Brown Bombers' offense has nearly left the building. But that has a lot to do with the fact that he was hurt earlier. He got tagged.
Now he's got to find a way to be defensive, to make sure he survives, clears those cobwebs out a little bit, but he's got to reconnect the offense before it's too late.
End of the round of what has been a very close and highly competitive fight. Teddy, how do you see this right now?
I see it almost dead even, and I see whoever finishes the rounds, because in these kind of tight rounds, if you finish up good, the judges remember
Just
that.
like that. You're gonna take this one.
Keep circling, don't stand in front of him. That was good. You took a lot out of him now.
And we are back underway. Another round in a fight that's been very entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be a judge. This is one of those fights that could go either way.
Come on, kid, focus.
Hurricane's proving to be elusive.
Use the jab. Focus.
Good defense, just covering up down low.
Keep doing what you're doing.
And we've reached the halfway point of round 10. That's some fine defense right there. I love that block by Hurricane. Went to the body there, but unable to connect.
Defense, more defense.
More defense. More punches. Keep moving.
Got this one.
Watch the hook.
Coming to the end of round number 10. 10 seconds to go. How about a return to sender with the left hand? And that's the end of round 10.
I need to see more counter punches, okay? Whenever he misses, counter.
There you go.
Jab. Jab and throw. Throw to the body, then to the head. Then finished.
Put your shots together and it'll come. Hit him with a couple of quick shots and drop some power on him, right?
Yeah, we'll get him. We'll get him.
So, he's tight. He's got nothing left, okay? Just go for the head and knock him out.
Hurricane's up on your scorecard as we start this 11th round, but that may not mean much during the stretch run of this fight. He looks tired.
Yeah, he looks like a snowman in July. He's melting right in front of us.
Pace yourself.
Good block by Hurricane. Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Keep your head moving.
Good block by Hurricane. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. A headshot blocked. "90 seconds to go in this 11th round. Nice block by Hurricane. The Brown Bombers' opponent landing an effective counterpunch right there. Able to dismiss it. Last 10 seconds of this 11th round.
Keep smart. This is it. Last round, right? Keep it smart. You got it. Nice round.
Yeah, we'll get him.
You gotta work, you gotta work. This is it. You have to work. Don't fight his fight. Jab and move. Jab and move.
Too much.
Scheduled for 12, and they're closing in on going the full distance. Final round.
Let's see some more head movement.
Blocks that belt line well. Hurricane's hit by a counter punch there. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Not much action as he just ties up. Did you see that? Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
Keep moving. Keep
Halfway
moving.
through this 12th and final round. There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
Guard your head.
Tried the hook, didn't get it. Really on the mark with that overhand left.
Double up on your punches.
He just missed that shot up top. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Ten seconds to go in this, the final round. Can you believe that? What a wow! Late goings here of this round, and he goes down. Can he survive it? Very close fight. Tough to score some of those rounds, but they did. And for that, let's send it up to the ring. late in the fight, and it looked like we were going to get a decision out of this. The Brown Bombers' power makes it a knockout.
Reminiscent of some of the great late knockout fights in the history of this sport.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you soon.